Roller coasters are thrill rides that operate like a railroad track and are a highlight of theme parks around the world. They are made from circular wood and consist of a series of hills and drops, sudden turns, track loops, and corkscrew-like elements. The roller coaster is a favorite ride of thrill seekers and has evolved considerably from its days as a glorified slide.
First roller coaster opened in 1804 in Paris. It was named the Russian Mountains. This roller coaster got its name from the popular ice sleds that were referred to as Russian Mountains.
The first roller coaster had small carriages that would slide down the tracks. Most of the carriages would fall off the tracks on their way to the bottom. Believe it or not, despite the dangers of the Russian Mountains roller coaster, the people of Paris could not resist the thrilling ride.
There's a Superman Escape from Krypton. This roller coaster blasts riders at 100 miles per hour backwards on a dual track that spans 900 feet and lives 415 feet in the air, forming a gigantic L superstructure. Riders will hang face first with a bird's eye view of the entire park before plummeting back down to Earth.
Another famous roller coaster was the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt was voted the #1 wooden roller coaster. One of the unique features of this coaster is that as it leaves the station, unlike most other rides that ascend a hill, the Thunderbolt drops riders straight into a ravine.
One extreme roller coaster is the King Ka, located in New Jersey. Not only is it the world's tallest coaster at 456 feet, it also has the biggest drop at 418 feet and goes from 0 to 128 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds.
Another extreme roller coaster is the Steel Dragon, located in Nagashima, Thailand, Japan. It is the longest roller coaster and has a length of 2,479 meters or 8,133 feet. A roller coaster is essentially a gravity,
The force that attracts to the center of Earth,
powered train. The chain pulls the train up the first hill. Thermal energy,
heat energy,
is produced within the chain's pulley and then transfers an enormous amount of energy to that train. The train then increases its velocity,
the speed of something in a given direction,
and also electromagnesium
increase in acceleration.
energy initially takes the form of gravitational potential energy.
Energy stored in the gravitational force between the train and the Earth.
But once the train begins to descend down the first hill, that gravitational potential energy becomes kinetic energy,
The energy of motion,
and its momentum
mass times velocity,
increases also as it descends. You might feel weightless
the state of feeling weightless.
descending down a hill. The roller coaster reaches maximum speed at the bottom of the first hill, when all the gravitational potential energy has been converted to kinetic energy. When you go around a turn, you feel pulled against the outside of the cart. This is caused by the centripetal force.
It's acted on a body moving in a circular path and is directed towards the sense in which a body is moving.
It then rushes up the second hill, slowly down and converting some of its kinetic energy back into gravitational potential energy. This transformation of energy,
One form of energy to another,
back and forth between two forms, continues, but energy is gradually lost due to friction.
resistance that one surface or object encounters while moving over another.
And air resistance, so that the ride becomes less and less intense until it finally comes to a stop. Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest remains at rest, and an object in motion tends to remain in motion. The roller coaster does not move at first until hauled up the top of an incline. The roller coaster then accelerates
An increase in rate of change,
and remains in motion for several rises and falls, slowed and then accelerated
a change in velocity,
again by gravity, but losing energy only to friction with the track in the air. Once the momentum is used up, it again has to be pulled up to the top of the incline and start down again. To control its speed, and at the end, brakes have to be used to slow it down.
Newton's second law. Acceleration of an object depends on the mass of the object and the amount of force applied. When a roller coaster goes up a steep hill, gravity makes the roller coaster speed up, and going down a hill, it slows down. The higher the incline, the greater its acceleration and the greater its speed becomes by the time it reaches the bottom.
Newton's third law of motion. Whenever one object exerts a force on the second object exerts an equal and opposite force on the first. Since a roller coaster is on a ramp, the ramp has to support the weight of the roller coaster, especially when it turns back up against gravity on the bottom of each incline. The rollers on each car also prevent the car from leaving the track on turns by exerting and controlling force using the sides and upper half of the track. Bigger, better, faster, stronger. Power roller coasters will be in our future.
Stronger power. Start. I got that power.
3.
I can't do this. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Oh my god.
Be like,
Backwards.
again.
A fourth dimension coaster is designed each individual car moves independently, flip on a.
Horizontal axis.
An example is an X roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Electricity
The form of energy resulting from the existence of charged particles.
is used more often than you think.
How do you think roller coasters begin its course? The longest wooden roller coaster is.
Feast at Kings Island.
To appeal to roller coaster lovers, parks strive to build the biggest,
Longest
highest,
and faster roller coasters.
some roller coasters
Such as the Aerosmith at Disney World.
use magnetism to increase their speed with going up a hill. Magnetism is a physical
Phenomenon.
produced by motion of electric charge.
Electricity. Electricity.
The form of energy. Another famous roller coaster is the Thunderbolt. Another famous roller coaster is the Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt
A train spins around.
keeps you in your seat. When you go around a turn, you feel pulled against the outside of the cart. This is caused by centripetal force.
Force acted on a body moving in a circular path. Alright, let's go back.
Alright, that was good. That was good. Just delete it. When you go around a turn, you feel pulled against the outside of the cart. This is caused by the centripetal force.
Force acted on a budget.
A budget. Just continue.
Definitely flip. What? Go again.
Sure.